2022 Civic Si in the blue color. Si right there. 1 week of ownership, guys. So far, I'm loving this car. It's just a fantastic car. And it's just a great looking car in my opinion. Ever since the 11th gen Civic came out, I really enjoyed the lines of this car and the way that it looks. It reminds me a lot of the 90s Civics and Honda products. Sun is coming out, so I'm gonna step on this side so we could actually get to see the paint. So only a specific for the Civic Si, they give you this black spoiler. Actually looks good. Obviously we have here the SI badge. Down here we have the dual exhaust. It actually looks really good underneath. And it sounds really good. I'm gonna turn it on in a minute and let you guys hear it. It actually sounds really good. I like the proportions of this car. I like the lines. I like how it looks here. I really enjoyed this line that you can see right there. Kind of give this car like it's having hips. I like how the fender flushes with the wheel. I like all the black treatment that they did. Here in the regular Civic is chrome. For this car, they blacked it out. Obviously, we have the black mirrors. Give you a flat black wheel only on the Civic Si. See it right there. 18-inch 235. So kind of a thick wheel for this car. So that's why the handling is honestly so good. See the black mirrors. We got the sunroof, standard on all Civics Si. Really nice. I really enjoyed that feature. See right there, blind spot monitoring right there. Such a great looking car. It's really phenomenal, and on the sun, it pops, and it looks really, really good. Okay, so we're gonna start with the things that I really like about this car. And we're gonna first start with this cabin. This cabin, it's very quiet. Like I said on my delivery video, it feels very refined. The first thing that calls your attention when you buy this vehicle, it's your touch points. So your steering wheel feels fantastic on your hands. To me, it's the perfect steering size, and it just feels good on your hand. Another thing, the precision of this steering wheel, it's one of the best that I ever felt. Even for a front wheel drive, it's literally point and shoot. I'm gonna do some demonstrations down the road when we get into some twisties, and you'll see that this car is just point and shoot. Shifter is fantastic. Shifter on this car is fantastic. Feels kind of like an S2000. So the throats are very short, and it feels like an aftermarket shifter. The rev mash, it's awesome. It works all the time. So if you guys don't know what is rev mash, so you go to downshift and the car accelerates for you. So it's gonna match the engine speed to your transmission speed depending on the gear that you want to select. for some reason I truly feel like the normal mode is a little bit throttle response is not quite there. So come here, select, you got the sport mode. But what's cool about the 2022 Civic Si is that they give you an individual mode, and what that gives you is it allows you to personalize your car. Come here, it's customized. You could select your engine to normal. Look, you can see there how it switches. It actually show you your engine and the actual picture of your Civic Si. I mean, different color. So I like mine to set it on engine sport. Steering, you see it's gonna highlight the steering. See how it turns red? Same thing with the engine. White means normal. I like a sport. By my steering response, I enjoy to have it in normal. So and the gauges also. So one thing that Honda, I think they nailed with this 2022 Civic generation is the visibility out here. So your A pillars are very, very thin. So therefore your greenhouse here, it's fantastic. You could actually see out really, really well, and you know, you don't have any blind spots. Talking about blind spots, this car standard, they come with blind spot monitoring. So if you have a car on your blind spot, it actually, the mirror is gonna if you put your turn signal, it'll beep at you. So it's a cool safety feature that they have. But the greenhouse here, it's really cool. This is a very easy car to daily drive, to commute to work, just go everywhere with this car. It's a great one trick pony to do it all, you know, around the city. It's just phenomenal. It's just really good. When I bought the car, I took delivery in Orlando. That's about almost 2 hours away from where I live, and that drive for about 100 miles, I averaged almost 40 miles to the gallon, 39 point something, so 40 mpgs. That was doing a speed of 70 to 80 miles per hour. So this 1.5 liter, it's extremely efficient. It's just very, very fun and satisfying to drive. So talking about the interior of the new Civic, especially, you know, the SI. One thing that I enjoy, and I think this goes with all the Civics, it's the actual controls here. So I know a lot of reviews have said this before, but this actually feels really good. The whole climates, the three main climate controls, and actually having physical buttons to control your AC, your fan speed, your modes. It's really satisfying and really easy to get to. So Honda here got back to the basics, and just the whole interior layout of this car, it all makes sense. There's nothing complicated, there's nothing over sophisticated. Everything is here, makes sense. Your controls for the AC are so easy and well laid out. This joystick to control the AC feels good. It's a very clever way to control this. I've never seen a car with those AC vents. On top you have your 9-inch infotainment. This car, like I was saying before, wireless Apple CarPlay. It's just very, very easy. You just get in this car and it connects all the time. There's no drama. Another thing that comes standard on all these new Civic Si, and this is new for this generation, is actually you get a Bose 12 speaker surround system on this car, and it actually sounds really, really good. I'm gonna play you guys a clip. on this car are by far one of the best things of this car. In the trip that I took, did not get tired, didn't fatigue my lower back, and when you're taking corners, it just hugs you into place and it feels really, really good. One of the best seats, and I think they look phenomenal, and they complement this interior really well. This car is just so much fun to drive. So much fun. I mean, the handling of this car, it feels like it's on rails. That is what it truly feels like. I'll take this on ramp. So that LSD up front, that's a limited slip differential up front. It just knows how to send power to your tires. Alright guys, so we're getting into some of my favorite twisties here. I'm gonna drop third gear. Remember, we're still breaking in this car, so can't really push it all the way to red line, but as I was saying, one hand, this thing is so planted. It's just easy. So I'm gonna let that car go in front of me. We put on my boost gauge, so keep an eye on boost. So we're building boost, power, it's flowing through, and it's so easy with this car. It's so easy to go fast in a turn. The initial turning is fantastic, and just stay so planted. You feel very little motion when you're turning, and the biggest problem with front-wheel drive cars is corner exit, right? Because you have all this understeer pushing, especially when you're getting back on the gas because the car wants to understeer. Not with this car. You get on it, and unless you gotta be honestly stupid, you're gonna come out that corner just fine. Just fine. The work that Honda did with this car, it's great. It took a lot of learnings and a lot of bits and pieces from the Civic Type R, the previous Civic Type R, applied into this chassis. Okay, so this car sounds really, really good, especially when you have it on sport mode and you start climbing up those RPMs. You could actually hear that audio being pumped into the cabin. But just because these cars are so quiet inside, it actually gives you a good reference of the engine speed that you're doing and how to shift without actually looking at the tachometer. Obviously, if you're gonna be doing a full throttle pull, you're gonna want to look at the tach, but it sounds good. It enhances the experience of driving this car. So I don't have a problem with it. Like I said, this car loves to rev. That turbo spools really, really nice. Probably around 2000 RPMs you get boost, and it just pulls you back on the seat. It has a lot of torque, a lot of usable power. I know they have very short gearing for this car, so that allows the car to move really well, accelerate really quick. And I know the 0 to 60 times are all over the place. Some people say 6.5 seconds, some people say 7 seconds, 7.5. This car is not about the 0 to 60 times, I'll tell you that. But does it have enough power to have fun? Yes, it does. It has really nice fun, really nice power. It's very fun. It's very fun to roll through the gears. Can you hear that? You hear that? and you could actually hear the exhaust. And that was one big complaint with the previous Civic. You couldn't hear the exhaust on that car. And if you have a sports car, you gotta hear the exhaust. So now we're gonna throw it on this turn. We're going there. We're gonna give it. This car around the turns, it's a rocket ship. It's a rocket ship. It feels like it's on rails. You know, have you ever been to a ferry? You got into a roller coaster. You start taking turns. Well, that's what this car is. It feels like that. Wouldn't doubt that this car in an autocross event, it will kill the competition because it's so planted and so confidence inspired to just throw on the turns and just rock out of corners. And it's just a phenomenal driving car. It's a driver's car. Just all that it is. It's just a driver's car. Boost, 4,000 RPMs, shifting. It's just. I mean, highly recommend that if you have the chance to test drive one of these cars. Look at this. Second gear. No problem. No problem. The car doesn't even break a sweat. If you have a chance to take a test drive this car, highly recommend it because I think that you're gonna be impressed what Honda did here. You know, in paper, everybody's making the point that it lost 5 horsepower when it actually gained power. This is a faster car than the previous Civic Si. It's a more refined car. It's just a better. It's the best Civic Si yet, in my opinion. And a lot of the journalists seems to agree with that. So, what are my final thoughts in the first week of ownership of this Civic Si? My Civic Si, I must say. Actually, it feels good to say that. What are my thoughts? I think that this is a really phenomenal car. I think that Honda knocked it out of the park with this 11th generation. It feels really good. I do recommend this car. I think that it's a phenomenal car. I truly think, and I mean it, I think you will not be disappointed with the power. You will definitely not be disappointed with the handling of this car. You're just gonna like this car. You're gonna enjoy going to work. If you're an enthusiast, you like driving stick shift, only stick shift car, you're gonna enjoy driving this car. You really can't go wrong with driving this car. It's a great car. I mean, you don't compromise in anything, not even MPGs, not room. You have a lot of room. You have a sunroof. You have a great interior that maybe 5 years ago came on an Acura, or 10 years ago on a BMW. It's a great place to be. It's a great car, and I seriously enjoy it. I cannot wait to actually do a full throttle, go full throttle on this car, I must say, and experience what it feels like taking it to red line and just shifting it fast, and just experience the whole thing. So this will do it for this video. I'll keep you guys posted. If any hiccups, you want to know more about the ownership of the Civic Si, just subscribe, and I guess I'll see you on the next video. And let me know, guys. Let me know if you pre-order a Civic Si, you're thinking about buying one. Let me know, and let's talk about it, because I do go through almost all the comments and read them, and I like interacting with you guys, and it's just fun. All right, so hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.